Oh. Oh. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sadashivasamārambhām Shankarācārya-madhyamām Asmadācārya-paryantām Vande Guru-paramparam. Shruti-smriti-purāṇānaṁ Ālayam Karuణālayam Namāmi Bhagavad-pāda Shankaram Lokashankaram. Samasta-jana-kalyāne Niratam Karuణāmayam Namāmi Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Graditam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadyayiniim Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshiniim Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutah Stunvante Devyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Sah Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam na vidusura suraganah Devaya tasmai namaha Devaya tasmai namaha. Hari. So we completed the first chapter and we also saw a summary of the first chapter last class. And today we are ready to begin the second chapter. As I said, the second chapter is a very important chapter. It gives the entire teaching of the Bhagavad Gita in the second chapter. So you'll have to pay particular attention to this second chapter. And as we have been saying in the first chapter, that all of us, the jivas, are suffering from the problem of samsara. And to get rid of that, one has to get self-knowledge, gain spiritual knowledge. But before one can do that, one has to go through actually 4 stages. The samsara disease consists of raga, shoka, and moha, attachment, sorrow, and delusion. This has to be experienced and recognized. And even after that, a person invariably tries to solve the problem by himself or herself. I recognize I have a problem, but I don't have a clue how to solve it. And we try. We try. We do not understand the problem is with us. We are struggling because we have some problem with us. But generally, we think that the problem is outside. We tend to blame external factors for our problems. So, since we believe, we consider the problem is outside, we try to adjust, change the external conditions. A poor man thinks his poverty is the problem. If only I had a little bit more money, my life would be just fine. I wouldn't have to go through all this struggle. An unmarried man thinks that everything will be fine if he just gets married. A married woman thinks that she will be happy if she could just get out of this marriage. Thus, each one places the problem outside and tries to tamper with the external world so that one can improve their present condition. After struggling for it for a long time, some rare individual discovers, I've tried everything, nothing is working. So probably the problem is with myself, not outside. See, finally comes to that conclusion. Any amount of adjustments I tried to make didn't work. So once he comes to that conclusion, he still does not know how to solve it. I have a problem, and this problem is because of me. I don't know how to solve it. So the next stage is the discovery of helplessness. It's called Dainya Bhava or Karpanya Avastha, state of helplessness. So once he discovers his sorry state of helplessness, then only he goes to the third stage, and it is called Sharanagati, surrender, taking the help of someone. And that requires humility, a lot of intellectual honesty. Then the fourth stage is the actual pursuit of spiritual knowledge. So a person who has gone through these stages, then Bhagavad Gita becomes a meaningful pursuit. And Arjuna has gone through only the first stage in the first chapter. He has only discovered the problem. Still, he has not reconciled himself to the state of helplessness. He thinks he has a solution to the problem. His do-it-yourself solution, self-medication, was to throw away the bow and arrow and run away from the battle. So that is the conclusion he had reached at the end of the first chapter. So he had said, I'm not going to fight this war. He laid down his bow and arrow. But then suddenly he feels that may not be the real solution. Then he begins to doubt if this escape from the battle is the correct decision. Totally confused. He does not know what to do. That makes him dejected. And that's why the first chapter was called Yoga of Arjuna's Dejection. How can that be called a yoga? This question was asked last week. This kind of discovery itself is a great progress. Once you reach that stage, then you will look for the right way. It will lead you to the right decision. Someone has a little bit of gray matter, he will reach out for help. So the person can go from dejection to enlightenment ultimately. Therefore, this is called a yoga. So the second chapter begins with this progress that Arjuna makes. So let us read the first verse now. Ata dvitiyodhyayah Sanjaya uvacha tam tata kripaya vishtam tam tata kripaya vishtam Ashrupurnakulekshanam Ashrupurnakulekshanam Vishidantamidam vakyam Vishidantamidam vakyam Uvacha madhusudana Uvacha madhusudana Sanjaya uvacha Tam tata kripaya vishtam Ashrupurnakulekshanam Vishidantamidam vakyam Uvacha madhusudana. As I said, at the end of the first chapter, we had seen that Arjuna had talked a lot and then he laid down his bow and arrows, sat down, and his heart pierced by intense sorrow. And Bhagwan cannot talk either because Arjuna has not sought his help. As I said, the first chapter was essentially a monologue. Only Arjuna was talking. So with this loud silence in place, Sanjaya comes in and breaks the silence. Says, Tam tata kripaya vishtam. Bhagwan Sri Krishna saw the poignant condition of Arjuna. Arjuna was a picture of samsara. What is his condition? Kripaya avishtam. In this context, kripa should not be translated as compassion. Compassion is a positive virtue of a jnani. The word kripa has that meaning, but that is not applicable here. Here, Arjuna's kripa is a weakness. It's only an attachment. He was avishtam, overpowered by that weakness. That attachment has overwhelmed Arjuna. And this attachment has led to Ashru Purna Akula Ikshanam. His eyes are blurred. Vision is obstructed. Ikshana means eyes. Akula, blurred. Because of Ashru Purna, tear-filled eyes. It's not even able to see clearly. So this represents Shoka. Kripaya Avishtam represents Raga. And Ashru Purna Akula Ikshanam represents Shoka. Then Vishidantam. He was grieving in front of Bhagwan. And Bhagwan saw such an Arjuna. Since Arjuna was speechless, Bhagwan decided to break the silence. Madhusudanaha idam vakyam uvacha. So Bhagavan uttered these words. What did he say? Shri Bhagavan uvacha kutasva kashmalamidam vishame samupastitam vishame samupastitam anadyajushtamasvargyam anadyajushtamasvargyam akirtikaram arjuna akirtikaram arjuna. Actually, this verse has to be chanted a little bit differently. Shri Bhagavan uvacha kutasva kashmalamidam vishame samupastitam anarya jushtamasvakyam akirtikaram arjuna. That kind of force should be there. As we read the meaning, we will see. Because Bhagavan is strongly criticizing Arjuna. He uses very strong words. Normally, Bhagavan would not use such words. Arjuna would not tolerate such words either. Bhagavan uses such strong words with the hope that Arjuna would get up and fight. Sri Krishna uses such strong words. He wants to goad him into action. Kutaha idam kashmalam samupasthit. From where did such a low thinking, such a mean thought come to you? Kashmalam. Kashmalam means impurity. Here we do not mean physical impurity, but mental impurity in the form of depression, dejection, extreme frustration. From where did you get such a sorry state? How did it come to you? Arjuna, you are known for your courage, for your warfare, never afraid of anyone. You fought the Kauravas before. You defeated them in the Virata kingdom. You defeated Karna before. You even fought Lord Shiva. And he even gave you the Pashupada bow. You're such a courageous person. How come you're crying now? Huh? You can cry and weep at other times. But not now. This is the middle of the battle. This is Vishame Samupastitam. The most inappropriate time. This is the wrong time, the wrong place. It's like a student during exam time. Instead of studying, goofs off. Or someone in the Gita class sleeping. Or worse, sleeping while driving. That would be dangerous. You would get into an accident and die. Sometimes some confusion and misunderstanding can happen. That is understandable. After all, human weakness is there. But that should not happen in crucial times. This is a decisive moment on the battlefield. It's not that you did not know about the war before. The situation did not suddenly spring up on you. From childhood, you had been feuding with Duryodhana. And you all wanted to avoid this war at all costs. You tried hard. After all efforts failed, the decision to go to war was made. Now, to have second thoughts about the war is untimely, inappropriate, unbecoming on your part. Such a dejection, such a depression, such a diffidence should never come to great people. Who are those great people? Bhagavan says dejection and depression can Anarya Jushtam never come to an Arya Purusha. Noble people, great people. What do you mean by the word Arya? You must understand this. So much of misunderstanding has been spread about this word. The moment we say Arya, we only think of historical concepts, sometimes history that has been rewritten to suit certain vested interests. The definition of the word Arya, simple only, it talks about a character. It is the discipline that makes a person Arya. It's nothing to do with a race or place of origin. Who is an Arya? Person who does what is to be done, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant. And the one does not do what should be done, however tempting it may be, should not be done, he does not do. Such a cultured person who lives a disciplined life is an Arya. That's all. The dejection that you are experiencing should never come to such a cultured person, such an Arya. If you are a cultured person, you should do your duty without feeling bad. Escaping from the duty is anaryam. Anarya jushtam. Jushtam means sevitam, pursued. So such an action will be pursued only by an ignoble person. This is not the thinking of a man of nobility. Your argument sounds so wonderful, as though you are talking about righteousness. What is dharma? You sound so noble. Huh? You say, even if they don't see the problems of death and destruction from the war, we should see. We want to show that you want to show that you are so noble. But the decision to run away from this battle is anarya justam only, something only an ignoble man will do. Not only that, it is aswargyam. It would never give you punya. You say it will take you to heaven. I have news for you. I am the karma paladata. I am Bhagavad. I am Ishvara. I decide where you go. I tell you, this escapism will not lead you to heaven. It is adharmic. It will give you only papa. It is aswargyam. You may say, okay, I may not go to heaven, but people will recognize me as a peace-loving, noble person. They may nominate me for Nobel Prize, Nobel Peace Prize. Not only will it not give you swarga after death, even when you are alive, it will only be akirtikaram, fetch you infamy. It will give you only ill fame. People will call you an escapist. They will ridicule you. They will say, Arjuna was a great hero until the war began. You will lose your punya, you will lose your name and fame. How can such a negative thinking come to you? Klaibyam masmagamah partha. Klaibyam masmagamah partha. Naitatvatyupapadyate. Naitatvatyupapadyate. Kshudram hridaya daurbalyam. Kshudram hridaya daurbalyam. त्यक्त्वोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप त्यक्त्वोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप Klaibyam masmagamah partha naitatvayupapadyate Shodram hridaya daurbalyam Tyaktvottishta parantapa. Hey Partha, hey Parantapa, O Arjuna, Klaibyam masma gamaha. Klaibyam means impotent, eunuch, weak-minded, the one who is incapable of taking courageous decision, the one who withdraws when crisis come. Masma gamaha. May you not take to such unmanly weaknesses. Why are you crying like a woman? Even women will not condone that. They will say, we don't cry like that in such situation. You were in hiding as a eunuch for 1 year. Now you're on the battlefield. Don't be impotent now. Neither a man nor a woman. What is this? Hey Partha, son of Pratha, a noble lady, a great lady, and you are her son. Don't be a coward now. What is this that you're doing? Presenting the unmanly side of your personality. Don't you do that. Yetat tvayi na upapadyate. Anybody else does so, we can understand. But it is not befitting you, unbecoming of you. Person of your stature and qualities, just sitting down, throwing away the weapons, crying and weeping. This is not the Arjuna that we know and love. Everybody knows you. You're known for your courage. Just merely mentioning the 10 names of Arjuna racks up enough courage for anyone at any crucial juncture. The name is so popular. Such an Arjuna, how can you be frightened? Totally unbecoming of you. So what should you do now? Kshudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktva. Throw away this mental weakness, this being faint at heart, which is kshudram, very mean, makes you a lowly person, disgrace on you. Don't give in to that. Giving that up, uttishta, get up. You collapsed on the chariot. First, get up. So Bhagavan is trying to whip Arjuna into action. Calls him with an appropriate epithet, Parantapa, scorcher of enemies, destroyer of enemies. That's what you are. So you get up now and get ready to fight. Please note, Bhagavan is not giving the wisdom of Gita yet. It's no teaching here. Only chastising and scolding, just some strong words to whip him up. This first day did not work. Though Bhagavan used such strong, powerful words, Arjuna did not get up. Why did he still not start teaching at this time? First, Arjuna has not surrendered. He's not ready to listen. You should give advice to only the one who is willing to listen. He should seek your advice first. Arjuna has not fully exhausted all his feelings yet. No doubt he poured his heart out in the first chapter. Still, he's not done completely. Another wave of wailing is yet to come. So, sure enough, Arjuna starts again in the next verse. Arjuna Buvacha Katam Bhishmamaham Sankhye Dronam cha Madhusudana Yeshu Vipratiyotsame Pujarya Varisudana. Crying. Katam Bhishmamaham Sankhye Dronam cha Madhusudana Yeshu Vipratiyosyami Pujarha Varisudana. He comes up with his old story again, once again. Hey Madhusudana, destroyer of Madhu. Hey Arisudana, destroyer of enemies. Oh Krishna, Katam Bhishmam Dronam Jab Pratiyotsami. How can I fight? Ishubihi, with arrows. Bhishma and Drona, they are not demons or my enemies. They are pujarhai, worthy of worship. Pujarhai. I should worship them. How can I shoot arrows at them? Nothing new. Arjuna just repeats what he said in the first chapter. Now my thinking has become clear. The clearer mind when I see, I should not be fighting them. Your job was much simpler. You kill demons, evil people. You did not have any such conflicts. I have to fight Bhishma and Drona. They are honorable. They are my teachers. I cannot imagine fighting and killing them. Guruna hatva hi mahanubhavan. Guruna hatva hi mahanubhavan. Shreyo bhoktum vaishyamapiha loke. Shreyo bhoktum vaishyamapiha loke. Hatvartakamanstu gurunihaiva. Hatvartakamanstu gurunihaiva. Bunjiya bhogan rudira pradigdhan. Bunjiya bhogan rudira pradigdhan. Guruna hatva hi mahanubhavan. Shreyo bhoke. Hatvartakamanstu gurunihaiva. Bhunjiya bhogan rudira pradigdhan. Arjuna thinks of the other option. Suppose he does not fight this war because Bhishma and Drona and the others are involved. What will he have to do? He cannot live in the country because Duryodhana will not give him any place. Duryodhana has already said, I will not give you even a single house with 5 rooms. So if Arjuna decides not to fight the war, he has to leave for the forest again. Once again, go back, square one. Once he goes to the forest, he has to beg for food. That's a papa karma. Only a brahmachari or a vanaprasthi or a sannyasi can live on alms, taking bhiksha, but not a householder. If a householder also begs for food, will be able to get any food. A householder cannot beg for food. He has to give food to others. Arjuna knows that begging for food is papa. Killing Bhishma and Drona is also a papa karma. So he feels that the lesser of the two evils is to run away from the war and start living by begging for food. Obviously, his intellect is clouded, deluded. So he says, Shreyo bhoktum bhaikshamapi ihaloke. In this world, it's better for me to live begging for food. That he says, Mahanubhavan Garun Ahatva, not killing my teachers. Mahanubhava, they are great people. Guru, not killing them, that is better. And my teachers are not any ordinary teachers. They are Mahanubhava, men of great glory. The sin of begging for food is much less in intensity than killing such great men of glory. Further, Hatvartha Kamamsh Guru Nihaiva, suppose we choose to fight the war and kill these people, we may incur sin. There is a bright side. We'll get back the kingdom. We'll enjoy the pleasures and comforts of the kingdom, no doubt. Oh Bhagwan, do you think we will be able to enjoy those pleasures? Assuming that we fight this war and we win, get back the kingdom, go to the royal palace, all the pleasures are there. Do you think that we will be able to enjoy those? Those pleasures and comforts are Rudira Pradegdhan, smeared with blood. Those pleasures will be tainted with the blood of Bhishma. I'll just be miserable. I can never enjoy such pleasures. No way. Having killed Bhishma and Drona, won the war, go to the kingdom, enter the royal palace and all that. You think I will enjoy all that? No, not a chance. I'll only be miserable. Can never enjoy such pleasures. I will not enjoy in this world, nor will I enjoy in the world hereafter. Not possible. Therefore, I'm not in favor of this war. So we find Arjuna is adamant in his wrong decision. Because his discrimination is gone, he came to the wrong conclusion and he's taken with it. He does not even have an iota of doubt. So that switch to doubting, if my decision is correct, is a prerequisite. Then only any advice will be fruitful. So Bhagwan is still waiting, just waiting. We will see that the change takes place in the next verse. This is a crucial moment. It says, तद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयः न चैतद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयः यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः तेव स्थिताः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः तेव स्थिताः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः न चैतद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयः यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः तेव स्थिताः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः धार्तराष्ट्राः प्रमुखे अवस्थिताः Dhardarashtra, the sons of Dhritarashtra, my own cousins, are standing in front of me. I have a big conflict now. Any other asuras, demons, I would not have any problems. I wouldn't have faced any problems at all. I would have enjoyed killing them. So what I have here is Dhardarashtra, sons of Dhritarashtra, my own cousins. They are in front of me. I don't like the idea of killing them. Why? Yan Hatva, having killed whom? Having killed them, Najiji Vishamaha. We would not even want to live. We'll be so depressed. Maybe a great victory, but we would not like to live in this world. We can never rejoice after such a victory. We would have killed our own kith and kin. In being victorious, that's what we would have done. Not only that, when we take to this fight, problem is na vidmaha yadva jayema yadiva no jayeyuhu. We're not even sure whether we will defeat them or they will defeat us. But suppose to avoid that, I give up this battle and go to the forest. What will be the problem there? There I'll be thinking that I had shirked my duty, my responsibilities. I'll be feeling bad about it. I'm not objective enough to analyze the situation. I'm so much involved in this that my mind has lost its objectivity. So I need your help. I need your help. Bhagwan was just waiting patiently for this moment. These words from Arjuna. Nacha etat vidmaha. We do not know what to do. And there also he says, we see. Some ego is there. He should have said, I don't know what. Why should he say we, including Bhagwan? Bhagwan, he clearly knows what is to be done. Huh? In his ignorance, Arjuna shows a little bit of arrogance also. What don't we know? Katarat naha gariyah. Which one of the two courses of action is better for us? Doing swadharma, our duty, or to walk away from the war. These are the two options. Swadharma, one's duty, one's own duty, doing that as a Kshatriya, fighting for righteousness, fighting this Dharma Yuddha, that is my duty. I'll be on the right path. But we'll kill our revered teachers and my relatives. If I walk away, I will not cause them any harm, but would have supported adharma, unrighteousness. So in both courses of action, there are pluses and minuses. Quite often, when we are at such crossroads, we just postpone our decision. Postponing decision is also a decision, I tell you. That's also no good. Because eventually you have to squarely face it again. So Arjuna says, I'm not able to decide. So please help me. So what happens next? Very interesting verse. The next verse is a very important verse, quite often quoted. So we don't have enough time to complete that verse. So we will take it up in the next class. A beautiful verse. And we are setting up. We are setting up. It's not quite there. Bhagwan's teaching will start from verse 11 only. But we are getting very close. Arjuna is going through the later stages, making him ready to listen to Bhagwan's teaching. So we will do that next week. Hopefully we will start listening to Bhagwan's teaching. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.